What's going on, GameDad fam? I'm Josh, the GameDad, and this is Fire Emblem, the Sword of Seals. This was the last Fire Emblem game to not come to the States from Japan. And I am continuing Fire Emblem Week, obviously. Today is actually the launch of Fire Emblem Three Houses by the time this video comes out. So, chances are good I'm going to be excitedly playing that today for 6 hours and trying to stop myself at the end of 6 hours from playing. But, today we're focused on this game. So, I would like to play Fire Emblem Sword of Seals. This is the one that has Roy located beneath me here. So, when Super Smash Bros. Melee came out, this was the upcoming Fire Emblem game in Japan. So they included him as a sort of promotional thing. That's why as the Fire Emblem Smash Bros. Games have continued, generally the Fire Emblem representative relates to whatever other game is either freshly out or new to come out. So with Brawl, they had gotten Radiant Dawn out as the last one, and the next game that was coming out was a remake of the first one anyways, so that's why you had Roy... Ike from Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, and then again, Marth. This game, I've already beaten it. I deleted the save files because I wanted to play a new one in the near future, but when you beat it, you unlock a hard mode. There's normal and hard. I'm going to play hard despite how Monday's video went, because this is the other game that often comes in. There's like 3 main games that come into contention for having the title of toughest. It's 5, hard mode of 6, and then hard 5 in Shadow Dragon, which is less of a genuine hard and more of a you gotta exploit your way through to win kind of game. Even Elliewood, the greatest knight in Lycia, can't beat an illness, eh? Elliewood being the main lord through the normal mode of the next Fire Emblem game. He's Roy's dad. So this game follows Roy and in the kingdom he's part of the Elysian League. So Roy of Fere. So the next heir to Fere, the protagonist of this story. The translation here is much cleaner. It looks exactly like if you bought the game on cartridge. So you have Roy, his G-Gon, which is Marcus, who's the same exact one in the next game, only he's younger in that one, but he's a G-Gon in both games. Marcus is dang near necessary in hard mode. You've got Alan, who is, once again, strong but slow Red Cavalier. You've got Lance, fast but slightly weaker Green Cavalier. Bors is the Doga of this group, slow plodding Armor Knight. Wolt is the Archer, the Gordon if you will, and that's it. Basically, this is almost the exact same team as Marth's, minus you don't have a Pegasus Knight right away. Here's the thing about hard mode. Enemies are tough. Look at that, 10 strength with an Iron Axe, so 18 attack. So to give you an idea, if, say, Alan goes to attack with a sword, he will not double. He'll take back more damage than he'll deal. Now, granted, his hit rate is good and the enemy's hit rate is bad, but that ain't great. Bors is borderline useless. The reason why is because he has 3 speed. Now, in this game, the way the calculation works is your effective attack speed is your speed versus the enemy speed, but you subtract out, what you do is you look at the weight of your weapon versus your constitution stat. If your weight is higher than constitution, you subtract however much more it is from your speed. So so in the case of, say, Wolt's, nope, never mind. It would be if you had a steel bow. I don't think anyone has a weapon greater than their constitution to begin with, so it's kind of a oh, yes! So Lance has a javelin, which is weight 11, he has Constitution 9. So when he attacks with the Javelin, he has an effective speed of 6. You need to be 4 higher than your opponent to hit them twice. Bors has a speed of 3, and he uses lances, which are weak to axes. There are bandits on this map with speed 7, which means they hit him twice, with 17 attack, through his 11 defense. So they'll deal 6 or so damage, attacking twice, with the advantage. That ain't great. So your best bet basically is to draw in the originating forces and go from there. Now, as far as healing, you don't have much healing other than your group has a couple vulneraries. Literally 4 of them. Well, 4 different ones of them, 3 uses per. And that's it. But there is a bandit that's going to try and come and destroy this town. So you don't want to lollygag around too much. One other advantage this game had was that you can... Yeah, it's... Never mind. It started in a later one that you could expand out and see all their movement with a button press. But, so basically if I leave Volt there, he's going to get bodied. I do not want that. Best bet is step back, let Marcus stand here with his iron sword. He'll soften up this one for someone else to kill. This guy, let him come in and attack Boars. Boar's gonna step 1 closer. We're gonna bring Roy down here. Ah, shoot. I didn't mean to put him in attack range. Oh well, it happens. And otherwise, let it happen. So this guy's gonna move back into the throne because that's gonna be where he chills out. That bandit's gonna try and destroy the town, so I have to get to the town before he does. You can see Marcus is kind of perfectly statted to where, as long as he doesn't hit that 5% crit, he's gonna get an enemy into death range, but not kill them. Which is so handy. The main advantage here for Roy and the Cavaliers is that they're very, very dodgy. So you just don't want to have them in range. You can see Boars is not very useful. He's borderline. He's not very good in general. He's borderline worthless in hard mode. Volt isn't much better, but at the very least he provides chip damage. And you kind of want to have at least one person who can use every weapon type in this game. That's not the case, you know, I like doing that, but that's not necessarily the case for every game, but it certainly is for this one. Because there's a whole, you get divine weapons that get used, so you wanna do that. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get lucky and have Lance javelin this dude and get him into kill range. Yep! Oh, cool. Yeah, hit rates in general are pretty low, both for you and for enemies in this one. So, your mileage may vary. Notice, the Iron Lance has more power than the Iron Sword. But Weapon Triangle, you get +1 attack. And the opponent gets minus... Or if you have Weapon Triangle advantage, you get +1 attack and you get a bonus to your hit. If you have Weapon Triangle disadvantage, you get -1 attack and a disadvantage to your hit. So, it generally does not benefit you to attack in disadvantageous stats. So I will have Alan go ahead and risk it and go for the hit here. Hopefully he doesn't get hit back, but it's pretty likely. The reason why I did that, though, is because now Roy can get the kill shot with a 100% chance. And so notice, when Marcus got into a fight, he only got 3 experience. When the other guys just got into a fight, not even one that killed anyone, they got 10 experience. The difference is pretty noticeable. This is the one with 7 speed, right? Yeah, I definitely do not want to put Boars in his attack range, so I'll move him up a little bit. Hopefully he can get a chip hit in since Alan's been weakened. But, yeah, this game in hard mode is no joke. Not using Marcus is like a challenge you impose on yourself to make it fun. Because it is brutal to try and not use him in this mode. He is a lifesaver. Okay, boom. So now then, that archer is the most threatening thing here. I'm gonna put Alan on the house. I don't believe... yeah. Money's important! If you don't have it, weapons will rush and you can't fight without your weapons. The houses don't give you anything. They restore your health if you stand on them, and they'll give you little hints, but they don't give you actually item. Only towns give you items. So, it may not be much, but this is something we would like to offer you. Please use it well. 5,000 gold. So, it's obviously handy to have 5,000 gold over not having 5,000 gold. The bandit here has 12 attack, so this is one of the cases where Boars is handy. Have him purposely tank the hit, hopefully, you know, draw in the attack and easily kill the bad guy after the fact, because it's an archer, he won't be able to do anything. So your main hope is that Marcus doesn't critically hit and get, you know, he'll get a pittance for experience, unlike your other units who will actually genuinely benefit from it. Okay. So, as per usual, the strategy is Wolt steps up and Iron Bows this dude. Hitting the 70s is just hard to get used to, because in Fire Emblem, 70-something hit is just not what you want to see. At all. Period. Ever. I will go ahead and, let's see here. He still has basically the same attack radius. Oh, Alan didn't heal on the village. I thought you... Don't you heal if you sit on a house? I thought you did. I am apparently wrong. I thought wrong. And that's not good, because Alan literally cannot help with this fight without being in death range. And he can't even get a guaranteed hit with the sword. So... Roy deals 7. Lance deals 7. Boars deals 9 and gets doubled back with low chance to hit. So the only real safe way to do this is to have Marcus come here. This does put Wolt in the way of this bandit, but I'm not, you know, the bandit has 12 attack, 6 speed. Wolt has 4 defense, so he'll survive. He won't only get hit once. But, yeah, your best bet is to have Marcus come, soften this dude up, as per usual, and then go from there. Now, one thing that is important to note in this game, Roy promotes way late. As much as I love Roy as a Smash character, he is not a great unit in this one. So, you don't feed him too many kills early on. I mean, it's good to have him survivable, but the sooner he hits level 20, the more he's just going to be sitting there and wasting your experience. One thing this game did add, though, over the previous games, having just like the ability to randomly talk to people, is when you stand near a unit when you have 2 units stand near each other who are, you know, close to each other, they know each other, you can have them support each other. Nice. Get the level up. That'll help him be slightly less useless. That being said, he cannot continue this assault because he will lose. So he needs some help. So, when I'm thinking useless needs help, I'm thinking Boars. What does he deal? 6 damage? Ugh. Alan will deal 8 damage. Or 10. I could have him deal 10. Lance. Okay. Lance has E rank swords? Yes. So I'll obviously want to punch that out. So we'll just surround and kill. I loved it. This is the first one that I really, like, went out of my way to pirate, to be honest, because it's you can't play it in English without emulating it. The first one I really went out of my way to pirate and play once I discovered this series. Like, I wanted to play the one with Roy, because I was always more of a Roy guy than a Marth guy anyways. Okay, so I can put him here. I can put Marcus here. I can put Boars there. So this is the first one that really had me like, I need to play these games outside of what I played in America, and I fell in love with it so much. It is a little bit more rough around the edges. It's harder, but there's just a certain charm to these games that's really hard to deny. Oh, I didn't get to finish my sentence. So, this game has the support system. So what that is when two characters stand next to each other for an extended period. Please let the 88% hit. Okay. That was stupid and dangerous. I shouldn't have done that. I should have had him heal. Okay. But when two characters stand next to each other for an extended period, they may eventually support each other. And what that is you can have up to there's C, B, and A ranks, and they take different amounts of turns standing next to each other to trigger. But once you have access to it, you click support, they talk to each other. Whenever those units are within 3 spaces of one another, they each give each other a bonus based on their affinity. And so everyone's, Roy's affinity is fire. Marcus's is ice, and different affinities give for different things. So, ice, for instance, gives hit, whereas fire gives attack power, so on and so forth. Different characters, some will do supports really fast, some will take forever, and there's stuff in between. But I will probably, towards the end of this, have them stand next to each other and just shuffle through. I'm just trying to push forward to the end. But have them until you can see what the supports were like on the Game Boy. But they were super handy in this game because, man, you need every little point you can get. Lance is going to be the one most safely attacking, so I'll have him do it. Besides, he's raising his sword rank by doing that. And I will have Boars trade Alan his vulnerary so Alan can be useful again. Okay, yes. Okay. What I will do is he'll use the vulnerary. Bam! Marcus will trade and get that Iron Lance. Because Lord knows I'm not going to have Boars do it. I may go ahead and continue this playthrough after I'm done recording. Because it's been a bit since I played Fire Emblem 6. And I don't know, I'm kind of in the mood to go back to it. So. Yeah, that's the best use for Marcus at the beginning. Soften enemies up, have your other dudes. Because the 10 experience here and there from killing, yeah, it can add up, but it's going to be a minute until it adds up. Whereas, pretty much right away, it is very handy to have guys not die. That is, you get the sweet, sweet level up experience from killing them. You can become less and less insistent on using Marcus. The other thing is, as stated, I would not use Wolt normally on hard mode. I am, just because I kind of want to this playthrough, but like I said, on an ordinary playthrough, I wouldn't. Because, at least not on hard mode. Not unless I was going out of my way to challenge myself. What I would do is kind of what I'm doing. Wolt is just going to deal chip damage, a couple of hits here and there, and otherwise I'm going to bench him pretty soon. I'm trying to see if maybe... I don't necessarily want Marcus to critical for the sake of, if I want to continue this run, it's inefficient to not get the kill XP on someone who can benefit more, but I kind of want you guys to see, because they went a lot further in the way of making the attack animations cool in this one. I will let Alan kill this one. I'll let Lance kill the next one. Now, one advantage is the boss, I can tell you for sure, does not move. So, oh, nice. So when Alan gets skill and speed, it's handy. Because he already has 7 strength to Lance's 5 strength. So he's already just 1 point of speed behind Lance. And so that's good. The sooner they can get to a point where they actually double attack people, the much better it is for everyone. The boss has a steel axe, which hurts, but you can always heal up Marcus and, you know, go with that. More importantly, he can't move. So you can have Wolt just plink away. Chip, 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 chip. Or Alan or Lance using a javelin to do the same thing. Okay. Okay, I will move. Here's what I will do. I will have Marcus go here. Well, first, let me see. Okay, Marcus go here. I will have Roy get the kill shot, and then I will rescue him out of there. Rescuing becomes very important in hard mode. What that is your aid stat. You can rescue anything with less constitution than that. The number is for infantry, which is people walking around. Their aid stat is 1 less than their constitution. For cavalry, their aid stat, and that includes Pegasus Knights, their aid stat is 25 minus their constitution. So, when you have like 9 constitution guys, they can rescue dang near anyone. So Alan's gonna go here, do that. Yes, he'll go there. And Lance is going to take Roy, go there, and never mind, I thought I could release him in between. Never mind. It happens. I forgot, in this one you can't move and release. It's weird, but it's like it's just one of the things of Fire Emblem 6. Nice! So you guys get to see a critical hit. The running charge attack, which looks pretty dope in my opinion. Alright, another archer comes up. Tries to plink him, but you ain't doing nothing to Marcus, guy. You ain't doing nothing to Marcus. Alright. Now the thing is, when you rescue someone, you take a big hit to your speed and skill. I don't necessarily want to do that. So I'm going to have Wolt come and take Roy and release him there. Alan, on the other hand, is going to let me see. Dang. Lance! Where are you, Lance? Okay. Lance will Iron Sword him in the face. Yeah! Alan will also come up and lance this dude. No pun intended. And I'll have Boars make the final part of the wall that they're forming. Marcus, I'm actually going to put here. And Boars will come up right there. And this will make it so that only one of these guys can possibly get hit. So I'll have Lance get the kill shot to level up. Which actually, yeah, okay. Now, leveling up weapons to... Oh, shoot. I should have had him use his... Oh, that's not good. Couple levels like that, and you end up, like, pretty much benching people. Like, nope, you're not going to be useful anymore. Okay. Rescue him. Okay, release him there. And just stay there, and Roy, gonna give him the old stabby stabby. And now all we have left is the boss. So, this is not high-level play, I'll be honest. When people are playing at high levels, they're blitzing through attack, 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 attack. They're not waiting for the enemies to come and hit them. They are just hitting. So, I could stand to play better, but I'm trying to show you how I play. I tend to be a bit more conservative. I tend to, you know, push as, you know, differently. Okay. So, I'm gonna surround him with peeps. Now, you can only level up an individual character's support with someone. 1 level per... Yeah, I'm gonna have the team kind of just chill here for a sec. 1 level per map. Oh, shoot. So I'm... So the optimal way to do it, it's not necessarily the way I want to do it, but it's the way I'm gonna do it. Marcus can't get critically hit, right? Right. So, what would be best... I can pretty much guarantee 12 damage, and then go back in with some Silver Lance hits. Yeah, I know, riveting stuff, but I'm gonna do this just so I can show you guys supports. You'll know as soon as it's ready. Because I want you guys to see this kind of stuff. As long as I'm showing you, this is things you may not see. I'm basically pretending all of you who are watching have never played Fire Emblem before. If you're fans, then if you play like me, if I'm playing hard mode, trust me, I'm doing this in the first few maps with the characters I'm actually playing and bumping up their supports to high levels because it is a huge help. If by, say, map 3, I have... Let's just say I plan it out, because I'm the type of guy who will plan it out in advance if I'm playing a game like this that I've already played. Like, who I'm going to use and what supports they'll have and blah, 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 blah. So let's just say I decide I'm going to have Roy and Lance have an A rank with each other. I'll make sure that by map 3 they've got that A rank. Because let me tell you, going into map 4 when, you know, Lance, for instance, has Anima. When they each get a bonus of 3 attack around each other, I know it doesn't sound a lot, but when you've got 10 attack, that's a 30% boost in your damage. You know, plus 3 attack, plus 15 hit or something. That's big. That's to say nothing of the ones that boost defense, or evasion, or critical hit rate. So, that's how I would normally play. This is taking more turns than I thought it would. My apologies. Like, this is taking a solid, what, 2 minutes? I'd say I'll skip right to it, but I don't know how much time I'll save. But I'll say that now. And just kind of keep rambling. And if I save enough time to make it worth it, cool. Okay. So, with the launch of Fire Emblem 3 Houses being today, as of when this video drops, it's actually a week and a half from when I'm recording this, but by the time the video, well, it should be today. Like I said, I will be streaming it 6 hours today. The link for my Twitch is going to be below in the video description. Feel free to check that out. I will also be advertising it on my socials. That game I will be hype about. I will be joining the Golden Deer in advance. I'm letting everyone know. But I will be accepting if anyone wants to say, hey, I'd like to see you use character X, Y, or Z. I'll be accepting, you know, outside input on that because I want to use who people want to see. Same thing as far as for if you want to see this character used as a different class than what they are or whatever, let me know. I'm totally open to the backseat gaming. Alright guys, we're back. I'm an idiot. I forgot in this game they hard cap, so when you stand next to each other, the way the system works is you have... Every character starts with anyone who they can support, because not everyone can support everyone. They start with a certain amount of points. It's hidden, but it's a certain amount of points. And every turn they stand next to each other, they get a certain amount of points. Both of those things varying character to character. In this game, you can only get 120 points total per chapter. And because of the turns that I had Roy standing next to Alan and Lance, and where they start, I literally am basically locked out from getting points. So I should get them within, like, the first turn or two of the next map. So I'll go into the next map just to prove my point of what it is, but I'm going to finish this map first for what I consider to be pretty obvious reasons. So, and then can Lance even damage him? He can. Chances are not great. You got strength 5, skill 6, strength 7. So what I will do is I'll trade... Oh, shoot, wait, he only has E rank, right? Oh, he has D rank lances. They both are E and D. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll trade him the Javelin. Both of them will support Marcus. Both him and Wolt will support Marcus with ranged attacks to try and get that extra chip damage in that might make the difference. Although he will recover health, so this first set of attacks was worthless. I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe it was. He has a con of 11. So Boars can rescue him if he gets hit. But I'm going to have him attack with his iron sword. Oh, cool. Get the critical hit when it matters. Good old Marcus. So, now this dude's going to heal. I believe he'll heal 5 HP. If he does, he'll basically throw himself into Marcus death range. Wait, he has defense 6, plus he's on a gate, so defense 9 effectively. If Roy could double him, I would have Roy get the kill shot, but I don't think he can, so... I should have pulled Marcus out of there. Ah, well, Marcus gets the kill. Is what it is. What the... strong! And yeah, you can see that's why any other character literally, if they kill a character who's leveled with a boss flag, which that dude was, who's not promoted, is going to gain a full 100 experience right there. So that's why you don't want Marcus getting the kill shot. But in that case, it just happened to work out. I probably won't continue this particular run, but I will continue to play. But what I'm about to do is I'm going to fast forward to when supports are available. Oh, in this round you get Ellen, your first sister. She's a healer. And Merlinus, who is your transporter. He carries around items for you. You use him to access your inventory. Thankfully, they got rid of this system moving forward and found better ways to do it. But you are vastly outnumbered. That will change. But yeah, so I'm going to stick these guys close together, have them support each other, and get the benefit of that. And I will come back when I have done that. So, look for that. Yeah. Okay, guys, so we're back, and now, in this next map, I'm able to support Marcus as the first one because we have the highest stats. So, you click support, talk, and now the characters talk to each other. Not good. Not good at all. What's not good? Classically, the C ranks kind of just show you the bare surface of a character. B ranks show you a little more. A ranks are where you get to actually see, like, true characterization between people. Doing their best. No! Master Roy, you are too soft on them. I shall go and show them an example. Are you sure you have to go on your own? You're not, you know, young anymore. Nonsense! I may be old, but I shall not lose to the young ones yet. Okay, but you're still not young anymore, so watch out for your health. Yes, of course. Thank you. Master Roy is so thoughtful. Now look at those other young ones compared to him. Disgraceful! I must help Master Roy in their place. And their support levels increase. So now, when you look at their stats, they have a C rank. And as they stand next to each other, so for instance... and everything rounds down in this game. So, Roy's fire does give a point of attack. Marcus's ice does not. So they only gives a half a point. So for every 2... So at rank B, he would actually get a point of attack. But what it actually gives is, for instance, the avoid formula is speed plus 2... Or times 2 plus luck. So it should be 21. His is 26, because Marcus's gives 5 points of evasion. Also, the hit formula is a weapons hit, in this case 95, plus skill times 2, which would be 14, so it should be 109. His is 113, 109? Wait. Plus have, okay, so it doesn't give hit. What about crit? This gives crit 10. Skill 2. So, okay, so it gives 2.5 points of crit, because you can get up to 15 possible crit bonus, and it gives 5 points. So overall, you notice it more once you get to an A rank. I know it doesn't seem like a lot now, but first of all, 5 avoid is huge. That's 5% less chance for people to hit, and it actually is greater than that, as long as you can get them with weapon triangle, because Fire Emblem uses what's called the 2 random number system. So if you have, say, a 50% chance to hit, it rolls both numbers and puts them together, and then it has to be less than 50. So it makes it so that stuff on that is like high chances to hit are actually higher than they say. Low chances to hit are actually lower than they say. 50 is dead 50. But as a result, it makes it so that more evade stacks up very quickly because of that system. So, but that's it. I just wanted to show you that before I turn this off, guys. But otherwise, I am so excited for the Three Houses release. I really hope you guys will come join me and watch it. But either way, leave a like if you liked it. Leave a dislike if you didn't. Shout out below if you are someone who's played Fire Emblem before. What's your favorite game? Could be the ones that are in English. Could be the ones that are not. And also, what was the first game you played? If you played the system, I know some people started at Awakening, loved it, and decided they wanted to go play the old ones. Things like that. So just let me know. I'm curious. But otherwise, like I said, I will catch you later, GameDad fam. All right.